After our relaxing week in Ushuaia, we board the Hondius for our 22-day cruise to the Falklands, South Georgia and the Antarctic. After embarkation, we sail for a few hours through the Beagle Channel before hitting open waters on our way to the Falkland Islands. The trip starts well with sightings of Sei Whales, Hourglass dolphins and many seabirds.
Last preparation for our cruise trip. Last breakfast in our comfortable apartment. The chef is doing the fresh fruit this morning.
With a murder knife.
With a murder knife that she handles so far without chopping her fingers off.
So far.
Yeah, we're going to miss this apartment. Actually, we really felt comfortable here for a week. That was one of the fastest weeks we ever had in our life. We're going on board of the Hondius for the next 3 weeks. We're looking forward to that. So 10:20 and we're off to drop our bags. It's a beautiful, beautiful sunny day.
I know.
The best day ever here. See you at the harbour. Of course, today it's hot. Bloody hot. It's like San Francisco here with the roads, very steep. Here we are, and our ship is in town, the Hondius. There she is. Woohoo!
Launched in 2019, the MV Hondius is a state-of-the-art expedition cruise ship, purpose-built for polar exploration by ocean-wide expeditions. As the world's first registered Polar Class 6 vessel, it was designed to meet the highest demands for ice-strengthened vessels to handle heavy ice conditions.
So we're relaxing because we can only go on board at 4 o'clock. I actually have a quiche. Here is her cafe latte.
It's very small.
It's just the biggest, 200 ml.
I know.
This is what we have to get through. Passport control and boarding pass control. Helen is already in the queue. So we passed the security. It was just a passport check. Now we're on the same pier that we were almost exactly on 10 years ago.
10 years ago, we were on the Plansius, and she's also on the dock right now. Unfortunately, she's had engine problems since December 25 and really struggled to get through the Drake Passage this time again. She was supposed to leave again today on a chartered cruise for divers who wanted to be the first to dive at Shag Rocks, which is between the Falklands and South Georgia, but for the second time this season, the trip had to be cancelled.
Now we're on the way to the Hondius, which is the smaller one on the left. This big one here, the Seaborne Pursuit. How many passengers has the big one?
I think that's a 484.
480, so that's like 3 times more than we have. Here she is, our home for the next 3 weeks.
The Hondius is 107.6 metres long, 17.6 metres wide, and accommodates 170 passengers in 82 cabins, plus 70 crew members. It's named after Jodocus Hondius, a Flemish-born Dutch engraver and cartographer who was pivotal in producing maps of the New World in the 16th century.
Woo, those steps are a little bit wobbly here. We're on board. It takes a while before 170 passengers are on board, but we are on there.
We're in porthole cabin 322 on deck 3. It's roughly 16 square metres and right in the centre of the ship. We booked this cabin on purpose, knowing from our last trip that the least movement on the boat is on the lower central deck.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Crystal. Hi. This is our bathroom.
We've got 2 things
It
there.
feels smaller than on the Plansius.
No, I think we've got more space.
You think so?
Yes. We've got 2 wardrobes. We only had 1 on the
Save
Plansius.
water, every drop counts.
We only had 2 on the Plansius. 1 rather on the Plansius. We've got 2 here.
It's a nice big shower. That's for sure. That's bigger than the last one because we had like a round base. This one is square.
After our brief inspection of the cabin, we take the opportunity to check out the Hondius while all the other passengers are still checking in.
So this is one of the Zodiac stations. It's actually really indoor. They open the doors here and then we just step into the Zodiacs. There's 2 of these. That's perfect. And it's on our level.
Yeah.
So we don't have to go far to get into the Zodiacs. We're exploring the ship with nobody else around. Ooh.
Pickled red cabbage.
This is the dining room.
Green beans with garlic.
This looks much bigger than on the Plancios.
So, dinner menu. Soup. Vegetable. You get freshly baked bread served with unsalted butter. Selection of cold cuts. Cheese, tomato, cucumber and lettuce on top. Starters and salads. We have pickled red cabbage, green beans with garlic, Asian sprouts, is that like bean sprouts? I don't know, mixed greens, which is assortment of salad dressings and condiments. Main course for the buffet, whole roasted rib eye of beef. There you go. Mixed vegetables and potatoes, baked fish with soy and ginger dressing, pasta with vegetables, steamed jasmine rice. There you go. Desserts, devil fudge pudding.
There it comes.
Oh, wow. Es el cheesecake. Creo que es... Anyway, fresh fruit basket, assorted cheese selection, tea and coffee. Who's that for?
So there's 2 sides to the dining room. This one isn't set up. This is one of the presentation rooms. This is Helen holding a lecture.
You can already say that this ship is slightly bigger.
Compared to?
Compared to the Plancios 10 years ago, which we were on. The crew is completely different, which means we've got a whole new set of names to remember. That might not be too difficult. No, well, might not be too easy.
But Helen's happy about the first meal. It's not going to be duck or salmon.
No, and it's not sweet and sour either, which is good.
So are you going to eat broccoli?
I don't eat broccoli. I don't like broccoli, and I am the President of the United States, so I will not eat broccoli.
Ever.
Ever again.
We ventured outside. This is where all the Zodiacs are. We've got a lot more Zodiacs on this ship because we have a lot more passengers. You wouldn't think there are 170 passengers on board.
No, and they're not exploring like me.
So this is the deck 5, I think. This is where the lifeboats are. Yeah, this is wonderful. We have like a deck with a seat. Maybe they put some cushions out.
Well, this is lifeboat 2, that's lifeboat 1, so
Yeah.
you have to remember which side. We'll go up again.
This is where one of the lifeboats is. So now we're going up to the top.
We travel that way, that's the front.
So this is the
rear.
back, the rear, but you can
Stern.
sit here as well.
Yeah. What a view. And we've got it all to ourselves.
So we can actually go up to the top here, to the most upper deck. Get a great view onto Ushuaia.
And welcome on board Hondius. If you've just joined us, please make yourself at home in your cabin. Please ensure all your luggage is in your cabin and nothing is missing in your cabin.
So we are on board.
Yippee!
Ushuaia's in the background.
Yep.
We're the only ones up on the top here. Everybody else is in their cabins doing
All sorts of things, and maybe doing coffee and tea.
and we're just here trying to explore everything in peace and quiet before we have it.
It's the only time we're going to be up here alone.
Ushuaia, we're coming back in 3 weeks.
Yep. See you again.
This is high up here. Oh, I have to look through the camera because if I look down in reality, it's bad. It's like, feels like 50 meters. Everything is lights. So this is the official lounge. There's snacks here. And we can get coffee and tea here. So we got a little confused because our door was not working and then it was open because they have a problem here with the safety thing. How's the first impression?
Well, I'm glad we're not on the Plansius because they've got engine problems and they've had to come back a day early and I don't think they're leaving.
Yeah, sounds bad.
4 of them are on our ship, but the rest didn't get spaces because we only had 4 places left. That's not good.
It's definitely way more crowded than on the Plansius. You can tell we have almost twice as many passengers. I feel a little claustrophobic right now, but
And it gets a bit loud because we've already seen the group that talk all the way through.
We've got at least 10 different nations with 4 different languages I heard already, if not 5. So yeah, it's going to be noisy. But I feel a little claustrophobic in this thing here as well.
You can pull it down.
So unfortunately we have the drill, we cannot go outside, but we're already leaving Ushuaia. I have to take a video through the window here.
Depends on how cold I am.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm really different. That's right. I wish I could.
The safety briefing and lifeboat drill is mandatory before leaving Ushuaia. The 2 lifeboats can carry 100 people and all passengers on deck 3 are in one. All passengers from decks 4 to 7 are in the other in case of emergency. Unlike 10 years ago on the Plansius, we're not able to take a look inside the lifeboats, but every passenger now has a full body safety neoprene suit in the cabin to keep us warm and dry in the lifeboats. Hopefully, we'll never have to have this experience on the upcoming trip. Our female science team.
So every day we get a plan for the day, and right now we have to hurry up because the captain's welcome is on deck 5 for an introduction to the expedition. To a good trip. Cheers.
See, there's your story. I did. Apparently, I'm glad I knew it was a famous one, so I can say.
What it is? What is
It's
it?
peas inside.
Oh,
It's
what
really
is it?
cool. Everyone has been happy.
samosas. Like it's like a samosa with peas?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that hot?
No, it's ketchup.
I'm not sure. I don't think it's ketchup. It looks a bit spicy, but I don't know how spicy it is. I mean, our chef is Indian, so I don't trust his spicy
Yummy.
thing. Good?
Here comes the quiche.
Well, yeah, I don't know. The only thing is, we will try and promise you a lot of beautiful things and stuff, but we cannot promise that you lose weight.
No. I did a 3-day fast before I came on board so that I could get rid of a few kilos so I can put it back on again. That's why
Oh, I have another glass. Yeah, I'm stuffed already.
Yeah, I know. That's not my decision. That was that face.
Wow.
So this is your expedition team. Use them, ask them questions, whichever. And I'll start with myself as a little introduction. So Pippa, an expedition leader. I'm from Scotland. I've lost a lot of my accent, but what I haven't lost is my ability to speak very fast. So if you are a non-native speaker, English speaker, and you find I'm speaking too fast, I don't take offence if you say, slow down, Pippa. Especially if I start talking about things I'm passionate about, which is pretty much everything we're going to see on this trip. So tell me to slow down if you need to. But otherwise, I'm from Scotland. I grew up in the northeast of Scotland, where mountains meet the ocean, and I absolutely fell in love with the ocean. When I was young, I said to my mum I wanted to be a vet. And then when I fell in love with the ocean at a young age, I said, well, I want to be an ocean vet. And my mum said, I think you mean a marine biologist. And I said, okay. And so that's what I became, as a marine biologist. I specialised in marine mammals and whales, so I'll hopefully be telling you about that. But I have a passion for absolutely everything that's living. So please do come and chat to me about that, not just about what time we're going to places, because that's my passion. Okay, I'm going to hand over and let the rest of the team to introduce themselves. Thank you.
So, good evening, everybody. My name's Martin, and I'm from the UK, from England, not Scotland. Just in case anyone follows the rugby. So I'm from the UK, although we are, first of all, going to my old home, because I used to live for 2 years in the Falkland Islands, which is a fabulous place. I absolutely love that place, and I'm really happy that we are heading straight back to my old home. I'm a birder. I've been bird ringing and birding, with bird ringing in particular, since about 2000, so 26 long years actually, and I'm a photographer, so that's my role on board. So I'll leave it at that for now, because there are a lot of people to get through. So that's me. We're going to have a great trip. Welcome aboard. Thank you.
Dinner is a buffet tonight. With so many people on board, a very good idea. Amongst the passengers are 20 different nations. Amongst the crew, 17. So the food has to cover a wide variety of tastes. Our head chef on board is Bawa Gaurav of Indian descent, and the two sous chefs are from India and the Philippines.
Helen is starting with her first dessert.
Well, this time I can go up and have as many as I want.
Yeah, brownie with chocolate syrup.
What do you do to stay so thin?
Oh, we walk a lot. After dinner, we go out onto a wet, windy and cold deck to see lots of whale spouts from at least 20 sei whales. The sei whale is a baleen whale and the third largest after the blue and fin whales. It can grow to 19.5 metres in length and weigh as much as 28 tonnes. It inhabits most oceans and adjoining seas and prefers deep offshore waters. It's a filter feeder, with its diet consisting primarily of small crustaceans, krill and other zooplankton. Our expedition guides have never seen so many in the Beagle Channel before. Just before we leave the Beagle Channel, the tugboat from Ushuaia leaves us.
Helen is getting ready for tomorrow's activity. That is a giant diving suit. That's for a 2-meter tall person. So here we are, comfortable in bed. I'm writing my reports. Helen is writing her diary too. The boat is really, really nice. We like our cabin. You can see Helen in the mirror on my side there.
Oh, here.
There she
There's
is.
so much space on the Plansius 10 years ago. That was where the other bed was.
Yeah, we could actually touch.
Yeah.
This is far more comfortable, and the boat is not. We know that there are waves out there because sometimes we can feel it a little bit, but
it's very windy out there.
Yeah,
it's very windy.
It's way more stable, the ship, than the Plansius is. So I really, really like the ship. 170 passengers is a big difference to the 106 we had on the Plansius. It feels crowded. It's way louder as well, and there's a lot of young people on board. We had Russians, we had Chinese, we have a Chinese translator. So there's a lot of more action going on around us. We really have to get used to it. We've got a nice group of 26 scientists. I think it's a group of women. I think there are 26 of them. They have some robots with them. They're going to explore the sea floor in the Antarctic.
They are counting whales and monitor them, and they have all sorts of different scientists in the group. So that will be very interesting on the trip to see what they're doing. Helen met the parents of Pippa. Pippa is our expedition leader, and
That was so funny.
her parents were sitting right next to her.
I was talking to this woman next to me because we just sat down. And I said, "Oh, you're from Scotland?" She says, "Yeah." And I said, "Oh, well, you know, Pippa, our expedition leader, she's also from Scotland." And she said to me, "Yeah, I know. She's my daughter." I said, "Oh, okay."
After all the activities, we finally had dinner, and we have to say we had a lot of kind of snacks during the introduction of the whole crew. That was really, really nicely done. And they had some finger food, quiches, small quiches, and yummy fish and chips, and little meatballs, and all sorts of things. Had we known what the dinner was, we probably would have eaten more of those. The little snacks, they were really, really nice. I wasn't that hungry anymore for dinner, which was a good thing, because it was a buffet style dinner, and my pasta was cold already. It wasn't hot. There were salads there. It looked good, but I can't say I was really fond of it. The meat was almost bloody, and we had a nice dessert, the brownie with the hot chocolate sauce. That was really, really nice. We have free drinks on board. There's juice machines, and there's coffee and tea and hot chocolate and stuff like this. It's a lot bigger, the dining room, than it was on the Plancius, of course, because we have more passengers on board. All in all, it was different, which is good. We want to have a different experience. We seem to have some really nice people. And then later on, after all the dinner and everything, we went outside on deck, and it was bitterly cold. It was raining, it was windy, but we saw a number of Sei Whales, SEI. This is a new type of whale that we have not seen before. Unfortunately, it was already getting too dark to really take some good videos and photos, but Helen's working out the TV screen. There's a daily program on there all the time. There we go.
For lunch we get tomato broth, freshly baked bread,
First breakfast, and we're not quite sure it's a buffet. We got the last banana this morning. Good morning. I have some porridge.
It's the first day and we get the last banana.
Oh yeah, I think so. We get some big swells here. You can see by the deck here, we're swaying quite a bit. We just had our safety briefing, and a couple next to us were throwing up all the time. You have to get your sea legs, and the best way is just to be outside and look at the horizon. But it's swaying quite a bit. Oh, we have the dolphins. Oh wow! Lots of them.
The Hourglass dolphin is a small dolphin that inhabits offshore Antarctic and subantarctic waters. It's commonly seen from ships crossing the Drake Passage, but has a circumpolar distribution. The Hourglass dolphin is coloured black on top and white on the belly, with white patches on the sides. For this reason, it was colloquially known by whalers as a sea cow or sea skunk. Each flank has a white patch at the front, above the beak, eye and flipper, and a second patch at the rear. These two patches are connected by a thin white strip, creating the hourglass shape. An adult male is about 1.8 metres in length and weighs over 90 kilos. Hourglass dolphins are one of the least studied cetaceans in the world. They feed on lanternfish, squid and crustaceans. They have conical teeth, 26 to 34 in their upper jaws and 27 to 35 in their lower jaws, and use echolocation for orientation and prey location. Albatrosses, giant petrels and other seabirds are following our stern, and Martin tells us all about the birds of the Falkland Islands in his first lecture in the lounge afterwards.
Our seabirds, the only time they come to land is to lay their eggs, because they haven't figured out yet how to do that at sea. Otherwise they spend the rest of their lives out at sea. and they really are a beautiful bird. So they've got black wings, they've got a black back, and they've got a black tail, and they've got this beautiful eyebrow. I think you can see that from this picture. Here we go. About 2.5 meters wingspan.
So lunch is a buffet again. Looks like chicken, rice, curry sauce, potato wedges, burnt feta cheese. Disgusting. It makes me puke almost. It really is.
Seasick cheese.
This is the brie.
Try that one.
That's brie. That's okay. But I feel sick now just from this one. Honestly.
Today, the weather conditions are not too bad. Wind speed is around 11 kilometres an hour, the temperature is 8 degrees, and a gentle but persistent swell of around 2 metres accompanies us into the open waters of the Southern Ocean. Kirsten's stomach didn't feel too good after lunch, and she's in bed while I fetch our muck boots when our deck is called. Then I take our waterproof jackets and trousers up to the library and use the hoover etc. to clean everything. Biosecurity is a vital ritual before any expedition landing. All outerwear, tripods, backpacks have to be cleaned. Velcro is inspected to remove seeds or foreign material. Our Budweiser bag is rejected as something we can't take on the islands, so I borrow a waterproof bag from the expedition crew, which we can use for the trip. At dinner, we share a table with Dagmar and Klaus. The soup, starter and dessert are all yummy, but the main course is rather strange. Mashed potatoes with rubbery mushrooms and uncooked broccoli on the side of the almost bloody venison. During the next 1.5 days, we explore the Falkland Islands to see lots of penguins, dolphins, birds and the capital city of Stanley, before heading south for 2.5 days all the way across the Southern Ocean to South Georgia.